we only got asked to perform with 48 hours to get it together.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It was too seismic to say no. It's like, this is a life changer. Someone's dropped out. Can you perform last at the Brits?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, cool. There's no budget. You don't want to come across like thin and weak. You're looking at all the production from all the other bands and artists.
Yeah, and it's insane as well.
Yeah,
And
that's when I just called Uncle
and
Ian and I was like, the only idea I have is if you introduce us, that will just look sick.
Femi, thanks so much for coming on, man. I know we crossed paths on Monday.
Yes.
At the Emirates and stuff, which is an interesting way to cross paths because normally, like, when I go to football games, it's probably like the opposite of what people know me as. I take it very seriously for the 90 minutes. Anyway.
Yeah.
After the game before is I'll have a drink and I'll vibe, but I really enjoy the switch off of watching football. I love the shouting. I love the moments of anger, the moments of joy. People I don't know, you hug each other and 90 minutes and then I'm back
like,
in the room.
It's
Do you know
my
what I mean?
favourite escape.
Especially live.
It's the best
I
hobby.
didn't enjoy it live until I got a bit older.
Right.
Because before I would go to a game with a friend and stuff. So yeah, like it was an interesting place to meet you because normally I don't go to the box and all of those things.
Yeah.
And I do generally like being with the fans where I sit and stuff.
So
do you know what I mean?
Me and TJ, we got season tickets.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
We got them this year, blood.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? So like the email of emails came through in August and it was like, you know, you are God's favourite. You have been chosen. And it's just like the whole routine of it. Like link up with my brother. Go pub before. Same burger van that we like. Sit down. I'm good friends with all my seat neighbours.
Because like, don't really eat pie and mash like that. But when I'm at the Grave, they've got those pies that they do called Willie's pies. So then, pause.
No. I'm in the right place. You know what I mean? Any other context, I would ask you what's good. But like,
But no, it's my proper like escapism. So it was great meeting you there. But it's like I was saying to you when I seen you, like I'm a fan first.
Appreciate it. Likewise.
100%, bro. I'm a big fan first, man. And you don't even know it, brother. Your music has got me through a lot of times where, like, music has always been, as a performer, my escapism, which is so different to football. But when I'm on the road and I want to listen to music and just also listen to music, there's one thing where you have music on that you know, but you're like, I just want to listen to this. I just want to let it play. And that's what your music provides. Like, honestly, I swear on my mother's life, I'm not saying it because you're here. So I really thank you for coming in.
No,
do you know
honestly, likewise. And do you know what? My own anecdote, I remember when it it's probably about 10 years ago now when your videos started to kind of pop up.
Big ups, bro.
But me and my housemate at uni, Rosie Judge, I was studying drums. She was doing violin.
Yeah.
And we would just kind of like finish these days in orchestra and rehearsal and watch your reels, bro.
Oh, big ups, bro.
So I watched you at In on the Creek. It was like £5. I was I was there, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man.
It's full circle.
Oh, thank you, bro. So you started playing, because you said you went uni, but you started playing like music when you was like 3 years old. Like, right?
Yeah, exactly. My mum and dad bought me one of them Argos, my first drum kit toys.
Oh yeah, it was
just a toy. But I think from the outset they were like, this is more than a toy to this boy. Like he's in love with it. And then whatever kind of like community Enfield kind of like bring your toddler music things they would just try their best to try and, because I just loved playing with these things. And then I was able to I was given a drum kit by the drummer at church. And it's moments like that. I didn't realise that had completely changed my life forever. But I get this drum kit and from that moment on, I'm just hooked, never stopped.
I feel like playing the drums in church is like being the lead singer of a rock band, which is like
probably slightly better.
Yeah, because it's like you're the heartbeat.
You are,
of the church.
You're the chosen one. It's why the church drummers be causing so many issues. Like the ego is well swollen by age 11.
When they just they just have to stick.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm on drums. You get me? Yeah. You know what I mean? And then they're like, "What's your name?" Femi, and they're like, I know exactly who you are. Like, I know exactly who you are.
The church drum. Yeah. The church drummer is. Yeah, exactly. You can't talk to the church drummer, you know.
No.
Especially when they really go in.
Yeah.
And you can tell I'm like, you wasn't meant to do this.
Yeah.
This solo, you know.
Yeah.
So I can see the bass looking at you like, hey, brother, chill out.
It's about the Lord, big man, not you, Femi. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I was church. Yeah. I felt incredible about it. But then, you know what it was? I was playing the drums in church, loved it. But I think in my, like, school, like, very, very kind of state school, Black and Caribbean, African and Caribbean primary school, it just felt very normal to go to church, very normal that one of you kind of play an instrument in church or whatever. It was only when I went to secondary school and then people were like, no, it's like, I can't play drums, man. That's sick that you can do that. And that's what made me feel like, oh, this is really cool.
Yeah.
And that kind of like, when you make a child feel cool about something, they become bulletproof. That's like the main substance to be like, okay, I'm doing this forever. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Especially the drum kit though. It's not easy. The thing is, I remember being quite young and I always wanted to play the drum kit. I feel like a lot of kids want to play it because it looks really cool and you can hit different instruments, you know, the snare and all this kind of stuff. But then it's actually very hard to play.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of, I feel like, I you know, like when you see like a guitar, you're like, wow, that looks great. But I can see just physically that you have to learn how to play this. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like,
understood.
Well, I feel like the drums is like, hold on, what the? Why is this rhythm not going with? Do you know
it's a bit like ice skating. When you look at it, it's like it looks simple enough. Until you're on the ice, so you're like, oh,
bro. When you're trying to
do a little vibe here,
this ain't working out. So like being from Enfield, how did you? Because I'm trying to get the link of like you grew up in Enfield, you play the drums, but then you have like. You start playing jazz.
Yeah.
Because I feel like North London, especially Enfield, if I'm thinking Enfield, I'm thinking like Edmonton near to Tottenham. And you think of the people that have come out from Tottenham musically, especially, let's say like, you know, Skepta, Boy and all that kind of stuff. So how was like jazz, the transition? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, because absolutely.
I know you guys all met at like the youth club as well.
Yeah.
So I would just assume that youth club is like pair of decks. Everyone's MCing.
Well, I tried to MC, it just flopped.
Oh yeah, no. Fair enough. Everyone
we all did.
Everyone got a story.
We all dabbled. You know what I'm saying? We all downloaded the instrumentals and gave it a shot. Yeah, but you know what? It was as simple as that moment when I went to secondary school and I'd been playing drums in church. The school had like a drum teacher that would come in weekly and just teach whoever wanted to play the drums, and he was a jazz drummer.
Oh, okay.
And I think I just kind of got fascinated and obsessed with this thing I didn't understand. It was as simple as that. And it's kind of like, I don't know, it's almost like a similar appeal to when I see something that doesn't quite make sense to me, I get a little bit like obsessed with understanding it. I like to understand why it was like that. I want to understand why you think like that. And all of those different, it's why traveling is something that I love doing so much, because I see all these things that I don't quite understand and I want to work it out. And jazz, it was just kind of like, I don't really understand this. It doesn't sound like anything I recognize. And that was something that I became fascinated with. At the same time, I got obsessed with trying to become the greatest drummer like of all time. I was practicing like a lot at school, and like a lot of the direction that my favorite drummers were speaking, they would be like, oh, if you want to be great at drums, learn to play jazz. And so it was that kind of like teenage curiosity that was playing in my mind. I kind of think it's probably similar to what someone like a Wiley would have gone through when he was listening to like jungle and garage and working out what can I do that would be slightly different, if that makes sense?
Yeah.
I got into that bag. And then from that kind of obsession, I found this youth club that had similar people that looked like me, spoke like me, went to schools like me, and had the same obsession. And that becomes community.
Okay.
And I think when you kind of fuse a passion with a community, suddenly it becomes a movement. Yeah. Like being an Arsenal fan, for example. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
And you guys met at the youth club as well, right?
Exactly that. So, yeah.
So, like, when I'm thinking, because I always think youth club has got 2, maybe 3 kinds of people in there. You got people who are like, I'm just trying to get off the roads, and this is where I can play a bit of PlayStation, play some table tennis. Yeah. But once they leave that place, they go back to doing what they're doing.
100%.
Then you've got other people in the youth club, which is, I genuinely like playing pool or table tennis. And even when I used to go youth club, there was a part of me that's like, I'm really good at table tennis. I could maybe be international. But there was no one there's no one from, I don't know, Team GB coming to the youth club. Do you know what I mean? And then I think the last set of people that will go to the youth club would 9 times out of 10 people that will like work there, but they're part of the community. And some people that were just like, you got some of the older boys and you're just like, right, you lot just, why are you lot still here? So it's this melting pot of everyone that's in a youth club. And some people want to be really productive. They want to, I want to play football, but I don't know how to get into it. And I'm not on the roads. Do you know what I mean? So how did you guys meet? Was it like, because I'm envisioning like you lot are at youth club and you all play instruments, and then did it form organically like that?
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
It's such a good question. So to kind of go back onto how you described the youth club, I actually have started to see the youth club as far more broadly than that. And I'm starting to see it as a gathering of young people for extracurricular activity.
Yeah.
And so even something like your football academy, your tennis academy, scouts or clubs or whatever, do you know what I mean? I see them all kind of like youth clubs. Yeah. But with this particular youth club, there was no table tennis table or pool table.
Oh, right.
It was sit in a circle and play instruments.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Oh, right.
So it's like I would turn up to this basement in the Southbank Centre on a Saturday at like 11 a.m. or whatever. And there's all these bedrooms that just had like, one had a trumpet, someone had a guitar. Like, and the youth club leader was a musician who'd teach us all a song. We'd learn to play the song and then we'd play together. In this circle. Yeah. And at lunchtime, you break off and you've got like a specific bedroom that was like, oh yeah, it was sick when you played this, and did you hear me try and do a thing, and blah, 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 blah. And that's like what James, the saxophone player, was to me. He was just coming from Catford, I was coming from Enfield. And we would try and learn the same tunes because I wanted to play with James. Do you know what I'm saying? And then I was like to TJ, like, fam, I found this youth club. It's hard. Like, just bring your bass. And TJ's kind of like, initially he was like, oh, but I'm dry at bass. It's like, bruv, like, better than we're dry. It's fine. Like, I'm dry. Do you know what I'm saying? He came through. And so, that's kind of how it worked. And then, like, every kind of musician in this big circle of 25 of us playing, we're like, the best mates that you have, let's make a band out of it. And that's how Ezra Collective was born. Yeah. So it was like this big group condensed into a smaller group, and we called ourselves Ezra Collective, and then from there.
Oh wow, it's mad that you say it like that, because I feel like I can see that in like the biopic film. Do you know what I mean?
100%. That'll be the first scene, innit? You know what I mean? Me on the Victoria line, and then just like walk in, and there's other legends.
Play
Exactly.
violin?
Yeah, literally.
Man, I play. Run a thing, man.
Yeah. The only one I didn't want to meet is like another drummer, innit? Because then that's the op. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like, what do you play? Trumpet. All right, hard. Yeah, that works. You sax. All right, cool. Yeah. So that's how it works.
Because you mentioned that in your Mercury Prize, when you won your Mercury Prize in 2023, you mentioned youth clubs as well. But then, like, where you are now in like your middle, like winning like that award, how significant was that, like, for you and the guys? Because I kind of like I know what it's like to win the thing, but I also know what it's like after you win the thing, and it's like, oh, okay, cool, now pressure's on. Do you know what I mean?
100%. It was seismic. Like, I remembered just really, my dream was, if one day we can get nominated for a Mercury Prize, one day we can be the token jazz nomination. That would be the top of the mountain. And then when the day came around, you kind of wake up in the morning and you're like, well, you know, it is 1 out of 12. Someone has to win. But I mean, the year we did it, the year we won, Ray, Olivia Dean, Arctic Monkeys, Fred again, Jay Hustle, like it was really, really strong.
Yeah, I remember that year.
But yeah, the moment we won, it was genuinely life-changing. It was like overnight, Ezra Collective it was this secret that me and my bedrooms had, and like my mum and her friends and my dad and his friend, like it wasn't, and then overnight it became, everyone kind of knew to a degree about this first jazz band to win the prize. And I think one of the best decisions I'd ever made is that the following album had been written before we won the Mercury Prize.
Okay.
Meaning I wasn't writing under this enormous pressure.
Yeah.
It had already been done. I'd already spoken my truth. It was just not out yet.
Yeah.
So I think that was a real kind of managing tool. I can't even envisage what mentally it would have done to me if we'd won the Mercury Prize and hadn't written any music. Because then writing under that pressure would have felt enormous.
Because I guess it's like you have to now live up to, one, it's the, you know, like whenever someone wins something, it's now, I don't know, you want to say like Grammy nominated or Grammy award winning.
Yeah.
So now the next one always is going to have that next to the name.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Right on the sticker, it would be the Mercury Prize winning Ezra Collective.
Yeah. So you wrote the album before.
Yeah.
And that album is... is that Where I'm Meant to Be? Was it that album?
So Where I'm Meant to Be won the Mercury Prize. Dance No One's Watching had been written
before.
It'd been written before we actually got the award.
Yeah.
So let me get my bearings. Where I'm Meant to Be would have been released 2022 around September, October, November kind of time. And then I think it was 2023 Mercury Prize. Is that right? Maybe. It's all a bit blurry. But anyway, when we won that Mercury Prize, we'd already just recorded Dance No One's Watching. We recorded that in August, actually the day after Carnival, which in hindsight was a mistake. But after Notting Hill Carnival, went to Abbey Road. Yeah, first day wasn't that productive. The next two, we clawed it back. And then, so when we'd won it, we'd already made the record. So that kind of heavyweight, like, feeling, if you like, wasn't really there. We'd already made our piece, if you like.
Did it feel like a blur after you won that? Because, you know, you guys played with everyone, like in terms of Georgia Smith, Gorillaz. I've seen the clip with yourselves and Kano and Fred again. And that just looked mental. Like just seeing big tubas on the stage. It looked, but I think why I say did it feel like a blur, because I guess it's like, does it feel like a blur, but does it feel like pressure? Because when people are thinking of mainstream jazz and they type in, you know, like jazz groups in the UK and you come up, for example, does it feel like a bit of pressure in the sense of, oh, we're the I don't know, the Guardian reader who, not just to use it as an example, I don't know and be like, I'm a Guardian reader, why are you using me as an example? But you know, like what can happen over a dinner table when you win something like a Mercury Prize and people go, oh, let's check these guys out.
Yeah.
But then does it also feel like a blur because things are moving so quick?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Feeling like a blur. Absolutely. Because there's always the music industry, and to be honest, like the Western world has a real lust for what's next. You know, you have someone release an album and within a month, people are like, what's next? You know, you know, every time we announce a tour, people will comment and say, what about this city? What about that city? Yeah. But I'm always like, I've just announced 25 different cities. Like, can we not just breathe and be grateful for just the 25? And then maybe we'll add later on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So it's like always rushing, always what's next. Even like this moment right now, I'm so grateful to be speaking to you But then I've got like 8 other things I've got to do straight after this. Really and truly, it should be speak to you, then we have lunch, and then we have dinner, and we just spend the whole day together. But that's just not really reality anymore. So that's what causes the blur, if you like. But at the same time, there's definitely a degree of, I guess, responsibility that is attached to success. And I genuinely, I feel responsible to prop other people up. I feel responsible to say thank you really eloquently to the reasons that I think have contributed to this moment of success. And that's why for a lot of people, they find award speeches tricky when they win. But I find them like the easiest thing in the world, because it's like, say thank you to everyone that caused this moment to happen. And you've done your job, you know? So that's kind of
how it feels. Do you guys feel like you get a sense of freedom as musicians that are making music of an art form which is so freeing, and you know, you're hearing the instruments almost first as opposed to the harmonies or the lyrics?
No, absolutely there's a freedom to it, and we earned that because when we started the band, if you know how many opportunities came towards us, but it was with the caveat, you can only do this if you bring a singer, you can only do this if you bring a rapper. Some of the things we've declined, opportunities that felt like they would have changed our lives, but they'll be like, you can only do that if even one of the like really, really bait, so not Tiny Desk, but like another kind of Tiny Desk, if you like, they were like, you know, we want you to do one of the sessions. And we were like, life-changing, this is going to be our moment on the internet. They're like, but only if you bring like, you have to bring one of the singers or the rapper. And we were kind of like, oh no, but they were just feature tracks on the album. This is who we are. It's 5 brothers, do you know what I'm saying? And they said no. They came back crawling later on, do you know what I'm saying? And we did do it eventually, but...
Who was it? Was it Colours?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was, man. They were like, we're not having... Did you see I tried to do the media train thing and that, not say, like, protecting them as if... But anyway, yeah.
You know how I knew it was Colours, yeah?
Yeah.
I love Colours. I think it looks great.
Same, yeah.
When I first started in stand-up, everyone was like, the geezer things popping off, man.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think I should do a Colours. That would be cool. Like comedy, meets music, couple of cans.
Yeah.
I messaged them the airtime I got. Listen, I can't lie, I held a grudge for like 2 years, you know?
No, I appreciate it.
But then as I got older, I was like, okay, this is a proper...
Yeah, this is serious. Yeah, they take it seriously out there. Yeah, man. But do you know what? In their defense, the powers that be that were there at the time, they just couldn't envisage how it would work without someone fronting it like that. And that was the case for so many things. So much radio was just like, no one's singing, like we can't play it.
Is that mainly because people hadn't seen it before? Yeah. So they couldn't grasp the concept of just having, you know, like musicians play. Does that make sense?
No, absolutely. I think the thing with Ezra Collective, which is so precious, is we very much are in love with jazz, love that tradition, everything about it. But the media, the music, and the way that we consume things isn't in a traditional jazz way.
Yeah.
So I love Jazz FM, but I listen more frequently to like BBC Radio 6 music, or I listen more frequently. I grew up on Choice FM. So I'm here thinking, I want this jazz tune to be on Choice FM.
Yeah.
Jazz FM's amazing and I love it, but I want it to be on Choice FM. And so what is happening is you're approaching these people that are kind of saying to you, but the jazz corner's over there. Why are you asking us over here? That's like... Do you know what I mean? Like, the festival for you is Love Supreme. Big up them. Love that festival. Aim for Montreux Jazz Festival. Love that festival. Aim to play in New Orleans. But we were kind of like, but I love Glastonbury. I want to play at Glastonbury. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's where the clash happened. And that's where, musically, I don't know if we're like the very first to do a bunch of things. But I think what we are is the first to do it in a context that just didn't recognize it. And that's why it's so many like first jazz act to win Mercury Prize, first jazz group to win a BRIT. Do you know what I mean? All of that kind of stuff.
I wanted to ask you about that. How did that feel? Because I was fortunate enough to host the BRITs. And seeing the behind the scenes of even just the O2.
It's full on, innit,
It's
man?
insane.
Goodness me.
Like, do you know what's crazy? I've gone to the O2 many a time to watch people, and then luckily enough to perform myself. But when you go there for the Brits, it's like nothing you've ever seen. I'm talking like trucks of trucks.
Yeah.
Every band's got their, their sits, whatever it is that they're performing. Every dressing room is full. There's like, it's absolutely insane. I remember before, I can't remember the year I hosted it, but I remember I turned up to the point where this guy was like, excuse me, got a pass.
Yeah, them ones.
And I was just like such in a shell, and I'm like, oh no, like I'm hosting it, innit? He goes, all right, you're gonna need a pass. Until one of the man then was like, brother, he's the host of the show.
Yeah.
But again, I was so much in a bubble because I'd never been around it. And then, they have the show, and then you do the red carpet, you have the tables. So like, for you guys there, did it feel like, oh, we can win this? Or did it feel like going back to the Mercury Prize, we're like, oh, we're just, we're happy to be nominated and to be in the room? Does that make sense?
No, 100%. I think like, so half of the band, myself included, are Christians. So we're going with that kind of like, I've prayed about it, I've got faith. So like the spirit is feeling strong. The flesh was weak, blood. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I just remembered thinking, I feel so out of my depth right now. Like, because even so, the story of the Brits. Yeah. Our manager, Amy, love her, like big sister, best friend. Everything about her is amazing. But she'd just gone on maternity leave. Okay. And the decision we took was like, you know what? I'll just kind of manage the band for a bit while you're out on maternity leave. Don't worry, I won't crash and burn it. It will be relatively simple. Famous last words, innit? And then a few days later, we get nominated for a BRIT Award. So now this is my first day at the office, is getting this over the line. Do you know what I'm saying? And then on top of all of that, 3 days before the Brits. So, I've called up, stylists like, we need to look fly, man. We can't look like a school band. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and you can't have one looking hard and the others look dead. Like, we need to look hard, like, cool. Everyone. 100%, like, do you know what I'm saying? And, you hit up the big brands. They're like, who are you, blood? Like, do you move, blood? Like, do you know what I'm saying? So she managed to make we look so cold. And then it's like red carpet. We're just trying to be fly, man. How
did you find the red carpet?
It's hard, isn't it?
It's hard, bro.
Intense, blood. It's like,
do you know what's mad about
the red,
man? You know what's mad about the red carpet is that before you know this, when you go, you got the Brit school kids there.
Yeah.
And big up the Brit school kids there because they really give you that.
I'm gonna be all right. Yeah.
Like they really.
It's a real false sense of security.
Yeah, hey, woohoo! And I think there are a bunch of them who are like, I don't know you, but I'm part of the Brits and I'm a musician or an actor, so I get it. But it's until you're on that red carpet, and the reason why I say how was it, because I was hosting. I remember the first year I got to host. Bro, like, I'm like, oh, right, like, let me do a little press in it. And publications are like, no.
No, yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I'm the host.
Yeah.
No one don't want to speak to the host.
Do you know what I mean?
I said, wow.
The most humbling thing that can really ever happen to you. And I genuinely want everyone to go through this and experience it. Is being on a red carpet. Yeah. And someone's like, let's ask you a question and that. And you look at the little paper and it's like, like Sky, or do you know what I mean? BBC, like the news.
I know you're going to follow up that. I know you're going to.
And they're talking to you and then they see someone they care about more. It's like, it is the most brutal, normalized thing. This is why I think everyone should go through it, because if you ever need a reminder that you're not that important. I remember like...
Who was in that game?
Bro, I can't even remember, but like we are in a conversation. They just looked in the horizon. They basically said, move, like, hurry up, move. And it was like...
guys, thanks for coming, okay?
Like mid-answer, they're like, thank you so much. Anyway, and it's like...
Brutal.
It's like, and you're stood there like, raw. And it's like, you know what I mean? And you're kind of begging and hoping if the person says hello to you, you might get your interview back. But if you don't get that hug, like, you know what I mean?
Forget about it.
Then you're done. And it's brutal.
It's bro.
And then you go on, like, watch the news and you see, like, your shoulder in, like, the frame. And you're like, that's because I was talking before, innit? Like,
you see the clip of the person that they wanted to speak to, and you see... Like you and your friends walk past. And
exactly.
Like, that's
you're almost like the frame of the picture.
Yes,
like you're just
110.
Outskirt decorations. Yeah.
Oh my God, man.
So you go through that, you know, and like I said, so on the Wednesday they had a dropout. So someone dropped out of performing.
Okay.
So we only got asked to perform with 48 hours to get it together.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Like, and it was too seismic to say no. It's like, this is a life changer. They were like, someone's dropped out. Can you perform last at the Brits?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, cool. There's no budget. Like, so you're about to minus your bank in a different kind of galaxy. But you don't want to come across like thin and weak. You're looking at all the production from all the other bands and artists.
And it's insane as well.
Yeah, that's when I just called Uncle Ian and I was like, the only idea I have is if you introduce us, that will just look sick. And then like Georgia could do it, so we could do a tune with her as well. And called up like a youth club because I wanted it to be Ezra Collective and real, so they all performed with us. But we managed to get that together in 2 days. It was a mad week, man.
That must have been stressful, man.
I literally didn't sleep like from Wednesday till about Sunday morning because I was just stressful. Man. It was a lot, man. And you know, when a woman goes on maternity leave, the one rule is you can't call them for work. That's the rule.
Yeah.
I'm looking at her number like, Amy, please come and save me, man. Like, I can't do this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting emails you fully don't understand, and they're like, I need an answer in an hour. But it's I need to learn. Like, I need to study before I understand what you've asked me. But got it together. It was a precious moment.
And then, so do you guys have a table there and stuff, right?
Yeah, that's the whole. Yeah, we had a table. Yeah. I'm still paying that back. You know what I mean? So, and then halfway through, you're thinking, if we don't win, like we have put a lot into this, blood. Yeah. Like,
that's when winning becomes like almost actually like. Do you know what? You know when it's interesting, because I remember being in the same place of like, I was so happy to be nominated.
Yeah.
But once I've got the suit, and I remember I was in LA for a comedy show, so I flew back. Now, I thought that the BAFTAs would be in the evening.
Okay.
So I booked a hotel in Waterloo, being like, you know what, I'll get back morning time, have a snooze, get changed, you know what I mean, go to the BAFTAs. I've got back, all the guys are like, oh, cool. I said, guys, we're going to do a little after party as well. Like, everyone's there. But bearing in mind, I didn't know I was winning, but I was just like, want to do a little party just for everyone to be there, innit? So that's all happening in the background. But then we get there, the day before, it's like, no, the events in the... Because I'd never been to it before.
Yeah,
so that part. So they're like, no, it's happening in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So I remember flying back, got changed... You're trying to get everything together. You're like, cool. It's like you're saying, you do the press. And then it's until I was there and I was like, everyone said, hey, you got a party in it? I said, yeah. I've got my shoot. Now I'm like, I need to win.
Yeah, that part.
Now I actually need to win.
Yeah.
And it's mad because when the camera's on, I don't know if they had that for when you guys were, when you do it and the nominations are, did they have a man with a camera?
Yeah, fam.
Oh, I've never seen, so I've seen it, but I didn't know if they bring it around.
So I got told, if someone told me, if bare cameras come to your table, that's because you're about to win.
Is it?
So like, fix, you know what I mean? So then when they were like, and the nominees are for Group of the Year, the cameras, they all just ran in different directions away from us. So I'm just thinking, I remember just thinking, fix your face. Do not be that person there vexed.
Yeah.
Smile, clap, and be respect. Make mum and dad proud. You lost with dignity. And then they said Ezra Collective. And I'm like, but the cameras, they run away, blood. Like, And that's when I realised it was TJ that told me this. This is why you don't listen to your younger brother. He ain't been to the Brits before. I ain't been. Why would he know that? Do you know what I mean? And so it was definitely like we kind of need to win at this point because it's such a massive gamble what people put into it. But then the reward of that precious 2 minutes when you have what felt like the entire country listen to what you've got to say, and you get to say those thank yous with integrity and properly, and it put us just in a completely different place. I was speaking earlier about how, we wanted to be in these different spaces and we grew up on these different things. Winning that Brit, it really did, and suddenly out of nowhere, this whole you need a singer, you need a rapper, it effectively disappeared overnight. Wow. And it was like the Ezra Collective song with a 3-minute trumpet solo. Yeah, man, play that on the radio, it'll be fine. And it's exciting because now when I listen to the radio, I even more powerful than the radio. I love going to like secondary schools, doing assemblies or whatever, and I always watch the kids play their instruments. And back in the day, it just would be all rock and indie bands. And I went to ELAM, East London Music and Arts. Loved that school.
Was it Bromley by Bow just around there?
Exactly. I love going to that school. And they're all like making jazz bands. Like all of their school band projects have like saxophone solos. And I'm just like, I think the EZ had a 1% small part to play in that shift in how people see music, which is really special.
How do you find touring? Because I guess now you're taking your sound and your group around the world, going to different countries and different places. Fun fact, I think there was a time, I think maybe 2022, I was in New York and you lot was in New York at the same time.
Okay.
I didn't even know because I went to a little jazz club. Just for like a drink. I remember I was out there on some I need to write this tour and find myself vibe in it. Like I didn't, bro. I was just chilling in it.
You do not find yourself in New York. Do you know what I'm saying? You find other people.
The worst place to find.
You find people to join you in your foolishness.
I was trying to do stuff that felt like I was finding myself.
No.
I said, I'm gonna go running.
Central Park. Yo, New York has the same effect on me. I don't know why. It makes you feel like better in yourself, but in a non-serious way.
You think like you're in a film.
It's because it looks like Sex in the City or whatever. It's like, do you know what I mean? I want a latte. I don't drink latte. Do you know
outside with your legs crossed.
Yeah, exactly. Reading a book you don't really get. Yeah, New York has a similar effect on me.
I want to find myself, man. I'm trying to run in Central Park.
Yeah, man.
Again on a Sunday night, I went to a jazz place in New York. I can't remember where it was, but I remember what was interesting because they like it's like it's got some people playing, had a glass of wine, chilling by myself. There was a bunch of people coming in, and some of them was from the UK. I was like, "Oh, Mo," I was like, "Yeah, cool." He's like, "Oh, we just went to watch Ezra Collective."
Oh yeah,
and I think I'm not sure, but they said you lot were going to be there later. I'm not sure though.
You might have been in. Was it Fat Cats? Was that the bar?
It's quite small.
Was anyone playing like table tennis or something? Or was it Smalls?
It might have been.
I know where you are. It would have been Manhattan, like Greenwich Village.
Yes, near that vibe. Yeah. And then some people was like, no, they're coming here after. They're gonna play. I remember just waiting, just like,
oh no, did it not happen?
I don't feel you lot come,
Do you know what it is? It's like I said. Man gets distracted in New York. I would have had every intention of coming and playing. Someone would have been like...
in that bar, like, the man them out here still, yeah. Have a glass of red wine. You lot never came,
bro. Man. But, you know what? I reckon what genuinely would have happened, I may have been on my way.
But you know what it is? It's like at that time, you got to remember, it's like 10:30, almost 11 o'clock.
Yeah. I would have done the gig already.
Yeah, in my head, I'm like, oh, they might come. But also, I'm like, if they don't, it's all right. I don't hold any... I bought a ticket, you know?
Yeah, man.
Hey, bro, I bought a ticket. You didn't. So how is touring? Because like when you're taking your sound around the world, you're representing the UK, you're representing where you're from. And also like you're saying, like your faith in some ways as well.
Yeah, man.
So how is it for you guys touring?
Touring is much like a muscle, like in the gym. The more you do it, the better and stronger you get at it. Yeah, when we first started touring, so I started touring in my career with other musicians before Ezra Collective got to that place. But I just found it brutal. I I was unsustainably touring. I just, initially it's so much fun. And then it was dealing with the exhaustion. It was like, I never would have said like I was feeling homesick, but I felt like church sick, football sick. All the like communities that I had in the UK, suddenly I was taken away from them. FOMO started to really affect me and things like that. But as I've grown up, I've gotten more, like I've gotten better at it and better at sustaining it and handling it. But you know, when it comes to performing, I'm just trying to be as honest as I possibly can. And we are trying to be honest.
Yeah, man.
I'm not trying to play a New York show that feels New York. I might reference how much I love the city and how much they mean. Maybe we'll cover a tune from, I don't know, Tribe Called Quest or whatever. But we are playing an Ezra Collective show. And, you know, you can join the party or you might not. But you have to just be, because if you try and mold yourself for where you are and try and bend and flex, it's just a means to an end. You have to be yourself. But touring is actually, it's tough. I actually find it tough at the best of times. Probably the hardest times of my life, almost mentally, would be on tour.
On the road, it's hard,
you know, some of these tours that I've done, you know, we're talking 2 months. You're just back to back at it, you know, and it's like...
Because I guess I always think of like, I'm quite fortunate to just tour when it's just me and my tour manager, really. So we have, he likes to go gym in the morning. I like to stay in my hotel as long as possible. Yeah. And just eat junk food. Do you know what I mean?
Wavy.
Yeah, bro. You know, you just sit there and you're like, let's just chuck on like Everybody Hates Chris. I'm going to get a pizza. The show's at night. There's no reason for me to go anywhere in the city. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But how is it for you guys? Because I guess you have to do sound check and you've got your instruments you have to carry with you and all that. Yeah. I can't imagine what that must be like touring.
Yeah, no. It was, I mean, there was one tour we often make reference to as the tour from hell. But we did 17 gigs in 18 days.
Oh my God, bro.
Like, and this is like, we had you see that, it's like the Central C and Dave song Sprinter. Yeah. Where they really glamorized them big vans. It's not glamorous to me. They remind me of carrying drum kits around Europe, bruv. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there wasn't like 9 gal in the Sprinter. There was 9 instruments and like 5. Do you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't fun at all. But like, yeah, we would drive, get to the show at around 2 p.m. or whatever. We would, in the early days, we'd all set up everything, sound check it, and then we'd, you know, get some dinner. We didn't have any money. We really had no money. All the money went into just survival. So you're eating like the bottom of the barrel food that eventually makes you ill when you do it for 4 weeks in a row. And you play the show and you're giving it your all. Some shows, 15 people turn up. Some shows, 100 people turn up. You just got no gauge on it. Yeah. Finish the show. You're packing your instruments up. You're going to a hotel, sharing with, basically it's like split the band in half. You 3, you 2. Wake up at 6 a.m. because you've got a
all over again
10-hour drive to another city in Germany. Do you know what I'm saying? It was brutal, man. Yeah. It was brutal. But, you know, you learn a lot about yourself. And we became like rock solid as musicians going through that.
Do you know, it always reminds me of? It reminds me of like, you ever remember that show like Big Brother? And they might have like the week where they ration you and you got to eat rice and beans or whatever. And then they have a week where they're like, oh, like you get to have like a really nice meal. And it's like the same thing when you're on tour where you're like, oh, this show. And then you do one show and you're like, hey, this show it's good, isn't it? Yeah. And you know, like when you look at you having fun? I'm having fun. Yeah. I don't feel allowed to have fun, but I'm really enjoying this.
For us, it's like if the backstage shower is good, it's like, yo, like, look at the shower, like, it works, like, it's hot, it's like, it's clean, and it's like, oh,
you know, if you go to the dressing room and they're like, oh, we've got a fridge and there's some drinks in it. Yeah. Like, hey.
And there's stuff in it.
Put some drinks in the bag, put some crisps in it.
Oh, yeah. I call it the dressing room sweep, like, yo,
don't take that, bro.
Don't take the apple, like, do you know what I mean? You might want it tomorrow. Yeah. No, it's, to be honest, and like, Ezra Collective, one of the most precious. So we've been together 14 years, but it came into prominence in the last 2 to 3 years. But we all went through such hardship. When we get to backstage and like they've put a scented candle, it's small for them, but it means a lot.
It means
like,
a
if
lot,
you've
man.
seen some of the backstages man has been in.
You know when the backstage is so bad, you're like, I'm not staying in there.
No. It's there's that AC/DC song, Long Way to the Top if you want to rock and roll. But there's one line where it's like, hotel and motel makes you want to cry. I've been there. I've been there. Do you know what I mean? One hotel we stayed in San Francisco was like, it was like in a homeless strip. You know, in America they got, especially San Francisco, really bad homeless situation.
Like
and our hotel,
Union Square at night and stuff.
Our hotel was next to the Salvation Army. So where the people are trying to get their food is where the hotel was. But I remembered like pulling up in the car and looking, and I didn't see that the hotel was like slightly next to it. And I remembered thinking, is that where we're staying, guys? And like, you know that phrase, like your heart sank. Like, man wanted to cry, blood. Like,
do you know what it is?
Is it worth it?
Because it's like you're on the road, and the one benefit you get is when you're on the road that some people don't see is that I just want a nice, decent room to sleep in, a nice, comfortable bed. Yeah. No, like, just, it's that small thing that can give you the best day ever. It's so...
Honestly.
Do you know what I mean?
Honestly.
Yeah.
When you go, 3 weeks in a row and it hasn't happened for you yet. I mean, we just didn't have any peas in it, so like we would share single rooms. Like the Holiday Inn in San Francisco, that's where it was. Yeah, I think there must have been. Well, it was band plus manager. Like one of us was in a cupboard, head and tails on the bed. To the side of the bed, and then another friend of ours was playing in San Francisco at the same time, and I was kind of like, "Are you okay?" And they were like, I don't even have a hotel. And being like, them good Samaritan moments where you feel like Jesus is looking at you like, do the right thing. So I'm like, you can stay with us, but you can't stay with us. There was 5 of us in a single room. And then I have to break to the rest of the band, guys, like 3 other people are coming. They're like, where? Like, where? Do you know what I mean? But, going through all of that, it just makes those wins later on that much more precious and sweeter.
Innit?
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
I feel sorry for artists sometimes that like blew up not even too early, each to their own, but sometimes they're like, man, you don't even know.
No, it's so true though, because if you start touring and you're already staying at 5-star hotels and you've got good venues and like things like transport, like people don't realise when you get off a plane, like you go. It's you're just like on holiday. You go to the carousel, you get your stuff. Where's the Uber? All right, cool. We got to go to I don't know, 0.7B. It's not on this floor. And that's just like the standard stuff, as opposed to when I see, I don't know, it's like you might see a video of a celebrity that gets off a plane and there's a car waiting for with this man. With the name.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have
the first time man got the name, that was with Gorillas.
Take a picture, bro.
I didn't even know they were allowed to do it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Bro, take a picture.
Femi Koleoso, like, do you know what I mean?
Wait,
Exactly. You go and you hug the cab driver, thank you.
And then you get there.
And then he already knows where you're going.
Yeah, bro.
You don't have to have the negotiation
when you get
and that.
There, they take your stuff out for you. Yeah. That is like when you tour on a level, because after that, coming down from that.
Oh yeah, it's like business class, isn't it? Once you go on the plane and you turn right, it's very difficult to turn left again.
It's a different level.
Because when the food comes and they're like meat or veg, and it's like, but there's other things.
Yeah.
I know what's on the other side of that curtain.
Right at the curtain.
Like,
and you want to
give me a real plate.
You just want to use the bathroom there.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the bathroom's a bit bigger.
Yeah, 100%. And that look they give you if you even get near the curtain, like, don't you dare. Do you know what I mean?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
There's bathrooms at the end.
That accidental upgrade to business class that I once got was the most devastating thing that ever happened. Because every other flight, you know what's on the other side.
Especially if you're going like Australia or something. And you're like, what, 17 hours? And I can lie on a bed and sleep in the air. Yeah. Come on, bro.
I mean, but then every time it comes, we're going to Australia at the end of the year, and I'm looking at the numbers. And it's like, yeah, boys, this economy again. I'm sorry, like it can't run, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, it just can't run. We're not there. We're just not there yet.
You see the price of the seat.
Yeah.
I said, it's not that deep, you know?
It's amazing when you actually see the difference, how you can, actually, I prefer sitting upright. Do you know, it's better, it's a better view. So actually, you can see the window. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? If you sit at the back, no one's sitting there, technically, it's actually better than business class.
And do you know what's better than business class? When like the person next to you don't turn up, then it's like, it's basically business plus, you know what I mean? So yeah.
So like, in terms of your end in some ways, like, because I know you're a youth leader at Jubilee Church and stuff. So like, how do you start to kind of look at like your journey from, let's say, a Holiday Inn, sleeping in a room with like 5 people to now, headlining shows, and you're talking like Glastonbury's and winning BRIT Awards and Mercury Prizes and stuff. How does the work that you do as a youth leader at Jubilee Church start to kind of define what you want to do later on in your career?
Yeah, that's such a wonderful question. I think for me, more than I am determined to achieve material greatness with Ezra Collective, which is something that I am trying to achieve. I look at Wembley Stadium and I'm like, I want to play that show one day. And, I look at Glastonbury, I'm like, I'd love to headline the Pyramid Stage. These are all aims that I have. But I think the deepest aim and ambition I really have is to give it away. Is to be in a position where you can, just like the person in church, Rob Bennett, that gave me that drum kit when I was 8 years old and changed my whole life. If I can just go into an assembly and give them something that makes you feel like you can do this, or give the youth club something that makes them feel like you can do this, that for me is the most long-lasting legacy. It's like, what did you give away? Not what did you take and what did you win, but what did you give away? I'm the recipient of people gave it away. Gary Crosby, the youth leader at Tomorrow's Warriors, he could have been playing gigs every night and just kind of absorbing all of that, of all of those accolades. But what did he do? He decided to go to the Southbank at 11 a.m. and play bass while Femi played drums. He gave it away to me. And so that's really what I'm trying to do. When I'm with the kids in Jubilee Youth, I'm just trying to give it all away.
Yeah, man.
Every tour I go on, I want to come back with a story that's going to help them. I want to come back with something for them to see and be like, this is why I love those moments on television. Because it's like, girls, boys, I'm exactly the same as you. You went Enfield Grammar, I went Enfield Grammar. You go Jubilee Youth, I went Jubilee Youth. But look at that Glastonbury, look at that audience. You can do that. Yeah, that's kind of the legacy I want to leave, and that's really where my deepest passion lies.
Brother, it's been such a pleasure, man.
I've really enjoyed this.
It's been a really good 48 hours, put it that way.
Yeah.
From when I see you on Monday night to where we are right now. So I just want to thank you lot so much for one, coming on the pod, but also the music that you give to the world. And I mean what I say, bruv. Your music has got me through some exciting times in my life, but also some tough times as well, where I could just let the music play, and it's playing for so long that I've like, oh, right, the music's still playing. Do you know what I mean? It transports me to a place which I'm just like, oh, okay, it relaxes me. Do you know what I mean?
Man, thank
and
you.
Also hypes me up, bro. But before shows, I listened to, is it Ajala?
Ajala, yeah, man.
Brother, that track before a show.
That will get you going.
Listen, bruv. Especially even the intro. And it's like, no, we're gonna, I thought it was going to happen organically. Can we do it again? 1, 2, 3, 4. But nah, man, it's got me through some times, man. So thank you for the music that you give to the world. And I really pray that we see more of it, but yeah, I'm so excited to see the journey. And I think, you have your core fans who have been there, like you're saying, from the 14 years, and the people that have joined the journey along the way. Do you know what I mean? So if anyone's listening to this, the latest project, when's that out?
It's out this year.
It's out this year.
When exactly, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But I'm just excited for it to...
See, that's what I like about you musicians. You're very cryptic. They're like,
do you know what?
It is coming out.
When does this come out?
Yeah.
When does this come out?
This will come out in probably a week or two, maybe 3.
So then it's like, I don't want to mess the announcement up. Do you know what I'm saying?
It'll be 2025. 2026.
2026. Yeah. We'll be dancing to new EZ tracks.
Okay, say less. Yeah,
God willing.
Yeah. I don't want to set you up to be, hey, brother, come on, man. It's September.
No. That's one of the, do you know what I mean? If it was up to me, I play on the phone, right? But do you know what I'm saying? But we've been writing. We're always writing, and we've made some music that I'm really proud of. So looking forward to just getting that all happening.
Yeah.
And we go again, back on tour.
Well, brother, thank you so much.
Thank you for your time, man. I've enjoyed this.
Brother, this is your beginning, middle, and end. So thank you so much, bruv. Appreciate you, man. Hey, what's up? Thank you so much for listening to the podcast today. Now, a lot goes into making each episode. I know you hear my voice, but there's a team behind the scenes who help make it. And if you did enjoy it, I'd really, really appreciate if you could show the love to them by giving us 5 stars. And if you also have the time, please leave us a review. It's always appreciated, and we love reading the comments. And of course, we want to keep making it better. Thank you for listening, and have a great day. Peace.